Uprising, Battlefield 3, second level of the game, or I guess technically the second real level. So now this is immediately after that building just crashed on you at the end of the previous level.
Uh-huh.
And,
That's not a knife.
that's not a knife.
This is a knife.
That's not a knife, that's a spoon.
I see you've played knifey spoony before. How many times have we made that joke in the last
Not enough.
5 years?
Not enough. So you can hear, like there's a intercom blaring saying, hiding will be shown as a act of aggression. So they're kind of talking you into coming out and surrendering yourself. But obviously you're going to get your head cut off.
Yeah.
So you got to prone through this section. I thought this was kind of a cool way. I can't remember if they already did show you how to prone. I was going to say this would be a good tutorial. I guess they're reinforcing the tutorial at this point.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Dude, this is a rat fatality. I got killed by this rat my first time through because I was just watching the rat and then I hit right bumper, which is the melee button.
Oh, uh-huh.
Instead of right trigger.
That is a
it was just
rat.
Yeah. And if you don't hit the right button, you end up causing too much noise and one of the dudes above sees you and then kills you. No, actually the rat gives you rabies and you slowly die out immediately, just before you finish the level.
It's like being cursed in Dark Souls.
Yeah.
Just have half health for the rest of the game.
Oh god, that'd be terrible. Oh, the Dark Souls curse. Oh god. That would be nuts. Half health in this, that's one shot and you're dead. That's like golden gun mode for GoldenEye,
The rats in New York were that big.
Yeah?
Well, at least I saw them from probably a 6-story window.
A 6-story window.
Maybe, 5 or 6 stories, yeah.
You should sit up and
But I could see them on the street.
project.
Okay.
No?
My back hurts, man. I'm tired. My back hurts. I'm only 4 years old.
Oh, you're just not putting a lot of
So
energy
what
into
is the
it.
difference between this and Call of Duty?
What is the difference? So I'm going to talk about multiplayer.
That's what I want to know.
Vehicles. That seems like the major difference.
Besides that, it's the same?
I'd say vehicles and much bigger maps.
Okay. So how long does a round last?
Or
Or how does matchmaking work? Is it practically the same?
I haven't played it enough to really say.
Are there kill streaks?
There are no kill streaks, which is awesome.
Perks?
There are perks that you unlock as you level up. There's a ton of stuff to unlock for all the different guns. Mm-hmm. And even the vehicles. After playing the tank for a while, I unlocked the tank's perk or ability or whatever it's called. And it's like a smoke grenade for the tank that prevents locked-on missiles from locking on to me.
Oh, yeah.
And, obviously
Seems pretty
obfuscates. Yeah, and then I also unlocked a secondary gun for my tank. So there's significant unlocks, which is, I would say, is similar to Call of Duty in that it can really separate people who are just beginning and frustrate people who are just beginning. Mm-hmm. If you're in, I'm pretty sure all of the vehicles have a secondary weapon that you can switch to. And I'm pretty sure that they're all unlockable. This is just going off after unlocking the one for the tank. And I can imagine, if you're in a duel with another helicopter and they're using a machine gun and you're stuck with rockets, that can be kind of frustrating. Or, any gun has multiple, scopes and, different kinds of iron sights and, or, reflex sights and underbarrel grenade launchers and just a million different things to unlock for every single gun that it can be overwhelming. When you're looking at the unlock, when you're not in game, you're looking at the little stat screen and you're kind of scrolling through to see all the different stuff you can unlock and you're like, okay, what do I like doing? I like sniping. I'm going to stick with sniping for a long time. and then maybe you're going to put a lot of time into sniping, and then you'll realize sniping sucks in this game. I'm no good at it. I'm going to start focusing on unlocking a bunch of tank shit. And then you're like, oh, I don't like the tank stuff either. I keep getting lit up by helicopters. And I don't know. I can see it being very frustrating for people.
Yeah.
I haven't hit that yet because it's only the second day the game's been out right now. So there's no level 50 people against level 2 people.
Right. That's the most frustrating thing.
Right. So that dude's invincible until he kind of lets go of the gate up above. Oh, I forgot to mention, when I kicked the car over earlier, that's actually an achievement that I made a separate video for. I think it's called 2 Guys, 1 Car. I made that up. That's complete BS.
Because that'd be funnier than anything they would put.
Right, exactly. But it's not. But yeah, you get a couple achievement points for kicking that over on them and crushing them. There's also an achievement right up here. So do not jump out of this bus until you've killed absolutely everybody. And even when you have killed everybody, don't jump out yet because there's going to be 2 guys kind of hiding far away that are very difficult to see. And you have to kill them. So I think there's like 3 dudes just kind of sitting out with the flashlight. Like the flashlights are crazy in this game. The flashlights and the red dot sights, not red dot sights, the the laser pointers basically.
Yeah.
They blind the shit out of you if they're too close. You're like, oh god, like they kind of fuck with your eyes playing the game. I mean, it's weird. But also makes you easier to see, so there's that kind of trade-off, So there's 2 dudes kind of hanging out behind some blocks off in the distance. Throw a grenade down there or just try to get headshots, and don't jump out of that bus quite yet. The building that's like just to the left of them, the big white building.
Right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's gonna fall on them, and you get an achievement for killing those 2 dudes before the building falls on them. And there's no real, you have to do it in that bus.
Mm-hmm.
So I've only played a couple multiplayer maps. The matchmaking, there's a bunch of different game modes that I still don't completely understand yet. Every game has to have their own name for King of the Hill.
Oh, yeah.
Or, 3 King, where there's, what was it called? Call of Duty calls it Domination. They call it something else here.
Yeah.
And I'm still, learning what all the equivalents are.
Yeah.
And there's team deathmatch and stuff like that. I haven't. It transitions well between games too, which I like. It makes it really easy to just get in with a group of people and start recognizing usernames of people that you keep killing over and over again.
Oh yeah.
After you finish a round, it just it gives you a decent amount of time to look at your stats. See how you did, look at your new unlocks, see what ribbons you earned and that kind of stuff, and then it starts loading up a new thing. And you can customize all of your loadouts in-game.
That's nice.
So there's none of that, I've got to prestige 10, 15 times to get all the loadouts bullshit that Call of Duty has.
Yeah.
I hate that. Why can't I just customize in fucking game? I hate that. I really hate that about that game. Anyway.
So, is there a skill-based matchmaking, or is it just based on how many times you've played?
I don't know. It's really hard to say. It's so early on. There's a server browser, so you can see connection speeds and stuff like that, which is helpful. But skill-based matchmaking, I don't think so. Which, honestly, I'd rather have a server browser and see connection speeds than. Well, I don't know. Skill-based versus server browser. What do you think?
I've never really done server browser, but I sure liked Halo 2.
Yeah.
Where it's to be a 50, level. You have to maintain incredibly high skill.
Yep. So just chill in this gun for a while. I don't think you can get out of it. Just stay here and just keep shooting until you get rocketed out, and then just run for the helicopter to end level.
How's the respawning in multiplayer? Is it fast or?
It's not. I'd say maybe 5 to 10 seconds, so not super quick. But the levels are so big. at least the ones that I've played so far, compared to like a Call of Duty or a Halo, that the penalty for dying, for getting back into the battle after you're alive, is probably bigger than the penalty of just sitting on the sideline. Which I like. I think it's a really good combination.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. This is the only voiceover, the last voiceover we're doing tonight, and as soon as I'm done, I'm going to go play the shit out of multiplayer for the rest of the night. I can't wait.
Sounds good.
Yep. Game on.